What's going on, guys? What's going on, guys? Alright, guys, I'm here to answer any questions you may have. I won't hold you hostage if there isn't questions, but I am here to answer anything you got on anything we've covered up to this point. New lecture was posted, Saturday I activated it, but for this week. Dividing decimals? Is that what you're asking me? Dividing decimals? Like a decimal into a decimal? Okay, so it's really, really straightforward once you get the hang of it. So let's say we had something like 0.32 divided into 0.096. Okay? And I want to know what this answer is. So the first thing I have to do, make this a non-decimal number. Make it a whole number. So to make it a whole number, I got to move the decimal 2 spots. If I move the decimal 2 spots there, I've also got to move the decimal 2 spots to the right here. And rewrite it out like so. Now, once it's like this and you have a whole number on the outside, bring the decimal up. 32 does not go into 9. 32 goes into 96 3 times. All right, so 3 times 32 is 96. 0 left over, so our answer is 0.3. which is known as 3/10. Okay. So if I had something like 0.4 divided into 0.016. Make this a whole number, so move the decimal one to the right, 4. Move the decimal in here, got to do the same. Can't change it, got to do the same. So it'd be 0.16. Alright, 0.0. 4 doesn't go into 1. 4 goes into 16 4 times. So we're left with 0.04. If I wanted to write it as a fraction, this is tens, this is hundreds. So 4 100ths, or 1/25. Okay. So the key is, if you have a decimal into a decimal, to make sure you move the decimal to make a whole number on the outside. Whatever you move the decimal out here, you have to do the same underneath. If there was no decimal underneath, so let's say it was something like 0.5 divided into 2. Move the decimal one spot, make it a 5. I still have to move the decimal. Okay, it's assumed it's here. So I got to move it another spot. So it'd be 5 into 20, or 4. Okay. You got it. What else could I do for you? So Sunday will be fraction. No, not fractions. What is? Then we already did fractions. Ratios and percentages, and then the following week will be our exam. I believe I have it set up that way. I could double check right now. Let's see what I have. Math 104. So let's see, next week. Yep, next week will be, well, actually fractions was supposed to be this week. So we're actually ahead of the game because I did decimals already. So we're ahead of the game. So I have the first exam scheduled for 10/4. If you don't feel like we need to wait that long, we could move things along. It's fine. If you feel like we're moving too much, or I can give you 2 weeks to do ratios, proportions, and percentages. But we'll figure that out then. Because we're ahead of the game. Because I already did decimals, we did fractions, we did arithmetic. Okay. So we got time, which is good. The exam will be on everything we have up until that point. So there's one more lecture on ratios, proportions, and percentages. And then we can have an exam. I have it on for the 4th. If you feel like we could go earlier, we'll do it earlier. But check the syllabus. But I can give you a full week since I set up the syllabus this way and you guys were off and running on 8:30. I can give you guys a full week to do like a review of everything again. It's just for practice, Brianda. I don't grade homework. So what I'll probably do is when I do ratios, proportions, and percentages, then the week of the 27th, you could review all the material and we can go over whatever we need for the exam on the week of the 4th. The exam will be Sunday the 4th, so you'll have that whole week off to catch up on anything else you need to. And I'll probably have a new lecture up or something like that, but you can catch up on everything. Yeah, so it's more for you to do the work to see if you're grasping the info, and then email me or post on the discussion board or ask me here questions on what you're confused on. But I don't grade homework. And the reason I don't grade homework and never graded homework is because you could buy the answers to the grades on Khan Academy or Chegg or Course Hero or so on and so forth. So I've never graded homework ever. Plus, it's not high school. But I've never done it because if you have an account, you've basically bought the answers to the homework. But I put enough there with the answers. This last chapter, I did post other videos besides me talking from Khan Academy, talking about the same topics I was talking about. So I took that suggestion from you guys and did post some extra videos on Blackboard under the... I think I put it under extra videos or additional videos or review videos, maybe I called it. Something like that. All right, what else can I do for you? What else can we go over? Where else are we confused or anything that I can help you with? Improper fraction into a mixed fraction. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, it's on Rocco. It's on Blackboard. There should be a whole bunch of worksheets. Did I not upload them? There should be a whole bunch of worksheets under each course content. Yeah, it's there. Chapter 3 review sheet is there. So, can you go over turning an improper fraction? So all improper into a mixed number is division. Okay. So let's say it's 20 thirds. Okay, so what you're really doing is, how many times could 3 go into 20? Okay, so 3 goes into 20. All right, 6 times. 6 times 3 is 18, with 2 left over. So 6 is the big number. Then take your remainder and put it over your denominator. So 6 and 2/3 is the way to do it. Okay. As a decimal, you could keep it going, or you could figure out what 2/3 is as a decimal, which is 0.66 repeating. The way to double check it is multiply, then add. 6 times 3 is 18, plus 2 is 20. There's your 20, and this stays the same. I don't collect homework, Amber. I don't collect or do homework, or I just give it to you to review, to to see if you grasp the concepts or not, and then ask me questions. Okay. Your grade is solely based on exams. But if you could do all the homework, that's where I essentially open up all the homework and then rewrite a question. I look at all the review sheets and rewrite their questions to give you your exam. Again, I don't collect homework because you could buy the answers to the homework from Chegg or Khan Academy or Course Hero or any of that. So I don't see the point of forcing deadlines on you to hustle and run around when other people are just buying them. Okay. That's just, my opinion. Other people have other opinions on forcing homework, but that's just the way I go. What else can I do for you guys? So as long as you can do the homework, then you will be fine for the exams. Mixed fraction to a decimal. Okay. Yep, mixed fraction to a decimal. You got it. All right. 3 1/2. Okay. So the 3 stays the same. So 3 point something. Then turn your half into a decimal by taking the denominator and dividing it into the numerator. So 2 divided into 1, it doesn't go in. We put in a 0 here. 2 goes into 10 5 times. 0 left over, 3.5. 6 1/8. I don't know. Let's do that. Okay. 6 is the whole number with the decimal. Now we got to figure out an eighth. 8 goes into 10. Well, it doesn't go into 1. 8 goes into 10 once. 1 times 8 is 8. Okay, so that leaves 2 left over. Add another 0. 8 goes into, bring it down, 20 2 times. 2 times 8 is 16. 4 left over. Bring a 0 down. 8 goes into 40. 5 times. 5 times 8 is 40. No left over. So 6.125. Like so. Okay. And that's basically how you do it. Just like you were going to convert a fraction into a decimal, just that this number comes out here in front of the decimal. Make sense, Robert? It's almost time for a new eraser. You got it, buddy. No problemo. What else can I do for you guys? Are we relaxing more? Because everybody was a ball of nerves about math. It'll be under the assignments, Amber. That way it'll automatically get graded. You know what your grade will be. So on the day there's an exam, 10-4 would be our first exam. It'll be up there. Good, good, good. That's my goal. You shouldn't be afraid of it. What else, guys? I don't want to cheat you of your dollar here, but I also don't want to hold you hostage. So I will keep answering questions, whatever you need. And like I said, you can email me if you have questions, or I do have that discussion board set up for that reason. You got it. That's why I get paid the no money. Great, great, great. So continue working on the decimals then. And if you run into questions, I'll be live again on Wednesday. And I have people in the Wednesday class saying, well, I was supposed to be in the Monday class. Is it all right if I log on and ask questions and, Wednesday to Monday or Monday? I don't care. Whenever you want to log on, and if you have questions, I'm cool with answering them. Because I don't even know how you were really broken up. I think it was alphabetical, but I don't care who logs in when. I keep the live streams also active on the YouTube page. So if you want to go back on something I did today, it's there also. I keep those live or available, archived is the word I was looking for there, on this YouTube page. So, is there anything else I could do for you guys, or... Two fifths plus 1/10. All right, you got to find your least common denominator. Your least common denominator of 5 and 10. So what's the least common number, or least common multiple, if you want to call it that? What number goes into both 5 and 10? The answer is 10. How many times does 5 go into 10? Twice times 2. So 2 fifths is 4 tenths. And this stays 1/10. So when I answer it, remember, in addition and subtraction, the denominator doesn't change. 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 tenths. 1/2. So with adding and subtracting, remember these have to stay the same. If it was multiplication, you'd multiply, and divide, you'd divide. And then you add the top up, 4 and 1, that gives you 5 tenths, and that's why it's 1/2. Maybe you were adding them together and getting like 3/15ths or something like that, or adding the bottoms and getting 5/20ths, which is a common mistake. But as long as you see it now and see where your mistake was, then we are good. No problem. What else, guys and gals? I'll type it in the chat if there's anything else. Not sure if everybody has, the ability to hear me. So yeah, the exam schedule is on the syllabus. The exams will be under the assignment tab. And they'll be there for you to complete. All right, anything else, guys? Okay, guys, well, if that's it, if you do need me, shoot me an email or hit the discussion board up. And if you have any more questions, I'll be live at the same time on Wednesday. All right, guys, keep up the good work. You're doing good.